you know, if you voted for Donald Trump, you have to understand that for millions and millions and millions of us in this country, we will never be able to forgive you or him or his support or any of it. It's humiliating to have a leader like Donald Trump. There was no plan at that press conference. He just announced because he wanted to, because he was trying to kiss up to Bibi Netanyahu, because he wanted to look cool and tough and like one of the autocrats, and in his mind are his friends, but are just playing him like everyone else. How do we even move beyond this as a country? Over and over and over again, we have tried to reason with MAGA. We have tried to explain to these people how dangerous and unfit and unserious Donald Trump is as a leader. Everyone that worked for him during the first administration, during his first 4 years, said, don't put this guy back in office. He's a fascist. He does not have the temperament for the job. He's deranged. He's delusional. He is deeply unserious. He doesn't get it. He's going to make reckless, impulsive decisions. And that was on full display last night. He is making us less safe every single day he is in office. We are becoming progressively more and more unsafe the longer Donald Trump is allowed to operate as our commander in chief. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't care to know what he's doing. He doesn't care about the ramifications of his actions. Because in his mind, the only thing that matters is money. That's all that he cares about. He just wants to develop real estate. That's what all of this was about. I understand the MAGA people have gotten conned. And I understand that their feelings are hurt every time somebody gets on the internet and contradicts their worldview and tells them they're wrong. But I mean, we're just at a point where it's just indefensible and unforgivable what he is doing day by day. Right now, they're talking about buying out every single CIA agent in the country. These are the people responsible for overseeing our safety, our security. And we're just going to buy them all out? What does that even mean? What does that do to us? And then yesterday, he announced at the press conference that the United States of America is going to take over Gaza. So you're getting rid of the CIA, which you would obviously need to gather intelligence to do something like that. You can't just snap your finger and replace CIA agents. It takes years to find them, to recruit them, to train them. These aren't just bellboys that you can hire because you don't like the last one. He's not running a hotel, folks. He's running a country. He's in charge of everyone's safety. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to find forgiveness for them, the MAGA people. I can't get my mind inside their head. I cannot understand what would make somebody hate their country that has really, in spite of all of America's flaws and everything, people left the little think pieces about how this was about the economy and globalization and the white working class and it's just backlash. Maybe that's true, but there's a whole other level to this, which is just like these people hate us. They hate this country. They hate what we stand for. They have been brainwashed. And they're so proud of their arrogance and their ignorance, and they will never admit that they were conned. That's the most effective tool of any con man. It's getting your prey to get prideful, and then you just continue to exploit them. And that's the loop we're in with these people. They're getting conned. They refuse to admit they're getting conned. The con man, Donald Trump, knows that he's able to just continue to con them, and they're going to keep falling for this shit over and over and over and over again. And we're just trapped. We're stuck in this endless cycle of bullshittery that's never going to end because so many of the American people are just dipshits. I'm not trying to disturb anyone's mind, but it is just objectively true that the 2024 election was not about Gaza. It was not about building hotels on the Gaza Strip. It wasn't. I know that. The Trump supporters know that. For years and years and years, Donald Trump said that he was against wars in the Middle East. And now he's proposing the most insane military strategy. It's so unserious. There's no plan here. You can't just snap your fingers and do what he wants to do. You're talking about a 50 to 100 year commitment to just stabilize that region. You can't even, it's not real, man. It's not even a plan. He just said it. He just said it to say it. What a fucking asshole. He is jeopardizing everyone's safety. And then he's got Elon Musk running around this country, collecting everyone's personal information, Republicans and Democrats alike, because he's some magical, maestro that's going to fix our government. He doesn't have the clearance to do this. He doesn't have the authority to do this. People did not vote for him. He doesn't work for the government. He doesn't have a security clearance to get access to this information. And Donald Trump just let this man do it. Because again, Donald Trump is deeply, deeply, deeply unserious. If you're a Republican, if you're a MAGA supporter, man, I'm not saying this for internet clout. I could care less if this goes viral. From one American to another, I will never be able to forgive you for this. I hope that you can find forgiveness for yourself. I hope that your minds transform. I hope that you one day realize that it is okay to simply admit you made a mistake and move on from those mistakes and to stop repeating those mistakes over and over and over again because you're just doing more and more harm to yourself. I hope you apply that logic to every aspect of your life. I'm not going to do this. I can't forgive you, but I can certainly control everything else in my life. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move on. And I'm going to live the best life I can for as long as I can. Because I don't think we have a lot of time left. I think it's just a matter of time before all this implodes, man. You cannot have a leader like Donald Trump representing your country on the world stage. You just can't. He is unfit. He is so unserious. You had Kamala Harris, a perfectly reasonable alternative. Was she everybody's number? Obviously not, but it is what it is. She was the better candidate. And we could have avoided all of this, but because people were so arrogant and so prideful and so racist and so sexist, they went with the con man. They went with the criminal. They went with the predator. They went with the predator, and look at what's happening. Are you going to go to Gaza, Trump supporter? Are you going to force the Palestinian people off their land that they have been there decades trying to fight for their land? And Donald Trump's just going to forcefully remove them? It is so sad. It is so pathetic. And it's unforgivable. I mean, it truly is. It is truly unforgivable.